geographical location. The Philippines has an abundance of bodies of water, from seas to rivers and lakes, making it a perfect summer destination. But aside from being a spot for taking a dip and basking in the sun, the Philippine waters is also a good location to try different kinds of water sports. If you are an adventure junkie, always looking to try new things, then keep on watching as we feature top water sports you can try in the Philippines.
Surfing is a water sport in which the participant has to ride the surfboard on the crest along the tunnel of a breaking wave. Surfers catch the ocean, rivers, or man-made waves and glide across the surface of the water until the wave breaks and loses its energy. In these sports, the athletes, usually referred to as the surfers, need to accurately judge the shape of each wave, the strength and direction of the wind, the height of the tide, the current, and many other variables. Although learning how to surf could be frustrating because it takes practice to hone the skills of surfing, all those frustrating moments will be overshadowed by the fun moments you'll experience when surfing.
First, paddle until you have really caught the wave. If you're not sure if you've caught it completely, give 2 extra paddles. Once you have caught the wave, place both hands flat on the surfboard next to your pectorals. Do a push-up with your toes tucked on the tail of the surfboard. This creates space between your body and the surfboard. Your knees, legs and waist should not touch the board. First, slide your back foot forward on the board. Your back foot should be brought to the position of your opposite knee. Then slide your front foot forward in between your hands. Notice that until now, the surfer has always kept his hands on the board whilst doing his pop-up. Keeping your hands on the board helps stabilize the surfboard and maintains the speed. Once you feel stable and comfortable, stand up. Make sure your feet are well positioned before you take your hands off the board. Keep your knees bent and look where you want to go.
The Philippines is known for its heavenly beaches and sought-after surf spots. Its chilling vibe, friendly locals, and warm seas of Cala Aurora, San Juan La Union, and Real Quezon attract surfer beginners and experts alike. But the Cloud9 of Surigao Island is heaven on earth for surfers and beach lovers. It is known as one of the best places to surf in the Philippines.
Snorkeling is the practice of swimming on through a body of water, while equipped with a diving mask, a shape-breathing tube called a snorkel, and usually swim face. The snorkelers cannot go nude, although their faces are entirely submerged in the water. Snorkeling usually takes place above a reef or shipwreck.
One of the areas where I was a little less confident prior to the class was diving down under the water. We spent some time going over proper techniques to keep your snorkel from filling with water, clearing the excess water when you reach the surface, and relieving the pressure from your head as you dive down. If your snorkel has a purge valve like mine did, you can easily clear out excess water by pinching the flexible tubing and blowing a short burst of air from your mouth. Many people panic when they get water in their mask, but you can actually clear it without returning to the surface and removing the mask. To do this, you just lightly pull the bottom of the mask away from your face and blow out your nose. After doing these tips a few times, they become second nature.
Shatipicados in Coron, Palawan, Matinloc Island in El Nido, Palawan, Coral Garden in San Antonio Island, Puerto Galera, and Anilao in Mabini, Batangas are some of the spots in the Philippines where you can go snorkeling. These places are perfect spots for snorkeling and water sports because the waters are clear. and the corals are well protected. Also, there are many colorful corals and small fish that make people beautiful.
Scuba diving is a type of underwater diving whereby divers use breathing equipment that is completely independent of a surface air supply. The name scuba is an acronym for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Was coined by Christian J. Lamberstein in a patent submitted in 1952. Jacques Cousteau is probably the most famous diver in the history of scuba diving, and rightly so since he is the one who made it accessible to the average person. Next one is Greg Louganis, a gold medalist at the Olympics, best-selling author, and three-time NCAA champion. He is got the start at UC Irvine and went on to become one of the famous American divers in history. The last one is John David Buckoy, a top diver from the Philippines, approached the diving board, bounced twice, and sprung himself into the air. It was the 2015 Southeast Asian Games, a perfect place for Buckoy to display his diving prowess alongside other top athletes from his region.
The first thing you need to know when you're underwater is never to hold your breath. That's a big no-no. In order to avoid holding your breath, what you need to do is just blow a constant stream of bubbles when you don't have the regulator in your mouth, and when you do have the regulator in your mouth, just breathe normally and continuously. The second thing you need to know is when you're descending, to equalize early and often. In order to equalize, what you need to do is block your nose and blow gently into your nose. You'll feel both sides of your eustachian tubes pop ever so slightly while you're pushing air into your eustachian tubes. Then there are three incredibly important skills that you need to know in order to master scuba diving. The first skill you need to know is to be able to clear your mask in case you get a little bit of water into your mask. The other reason that you might need to be able to clear your mask is in case your mask starts to fog up, you can let a little bit of water into your mask, swish it around to clear the mist out, and then clear the mask and continue your dive. The second skill that you need to know is to be able to clear your regulator. During a dive, your mouth can get a little bit dry, and so what you can do is take your regulator out of your mouth, take a little bit of water into your mouth, swish it around to wet your palate, put your regulator back in, and clear your regulator. And the third most important skill that you're going to use on every single dive is the ability to neutralize your buoyancy. You need to be able to neutralize your buoyancy because at the surface of the water, while you have your BCD inflated, you're going to be positively buoyant and float at the surface. Then when you release the air out of your BCD, you'll begin to descend. Once you start descending, what you need to do is to add a little bit of air in so that you can neutralize your buoyancy.
There's a lot of scuba diving sites. It includes the Balikasag Marine Sanctuary that highlights a 200-meter drop-off. Tubataha Reefs Natural Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in Palawan, in the heart of Sulu Sea. Many would agree that Tubataha is the best diving spot in the Philippines and one of the most biodiverse diving spots on Earth. The next one is the Uwin Dumaguete.